I think my mom Lagos eh till the next one eh till the next one eh. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Tikimadu Ibaneme and I'm a Lagos-based content creator. I create content around my mommy life, beauty and lifestyle. Today is going to be like a fun video. I saw this video on Dima's channel. I saw her do it. I was like, ooh, I like to do this tag. People like videos where I talk and express myself, so that's what we're going to do. I have the first, the video is like, we're just going to go straight to the video. It's a first time tag video. I'm on my phone here and I'm just going to be reading it out. First app you check when you wake up in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, that has to be, I go to my emails first. I check my emails first. The first broken bone. I've never broken a bone before, have I? I've sprained my ankle, but I haven't ever, no, never broken. This foreign country you ever visited, that has to be the UK. Just like mine was the UK. I traveled to the UK first time when I was 13, and I traveled alone. I traveled alone, and it was Virgin Atlantic. Then they used to allow children to travel alone. I was on something called YP. So it's like, YP means young people. They have this huge red tag that says YP, meaning that you're traveling alone. And my mom just dropped me at the airport, and the air hostesses, I was with them. I think we were the last people to board and the last people to get on the plane. Well, like three of us. The air hostesses were, constantly taking care of us, checking up on us. When we got to London, everyone embarked and it was left. It was just the three of us. We went to the air hostesses, got through the border, and I was handed over to my auntie. London, like Dima really said, has a place in my heart. I love London just because that's my first foreign experience ever, and I it was just really fun. I had my cousin. There was just a lot of cruise with that trip. First Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook post. Can I remember? I think my first Instagram post I can remember is the picture I did, the makeup I did when I graduated from makeup school, House of Tara. So it was a picture of my three models and me, and that was the first picture I posted. I remember. First plane ride you ever went on? That was my first plane ride. My first international trip was my first plane ride. The other times I used bus. I used to use bus. We used to go by road then, to come to Lagos. I traveled. No, I left from Abuja actually. Yeah, but my first plane ride was actually going to London, and it was such an amazing experience. I was just like, wow, this place looks like a house. I was 30-year-old, and just saying, it was such an amazing time. First makeup item. I still remember that trip was my first for a lot of things. Even my first good phone, or my first phone, I think. My first makeup item was on that trip when I was coming back. When I traveled, I did I know how to braid hair, so I braided some people's hair. Imagine me at 13 hustling, and I made some money. So when I was coming back, on the plane, and they're selling I remember so clearly. I think it was Lancome or what. It was just one of these brands, and there were three lip glosses. There was a red, and there was a pink one, and a clear one. And I bought them. I was like, ooh, I was so excited because that was the first makeup item I was buying by myself with my money. And when I go back, I remember even sharing with my sisters. But this, I have always been intrigued with makeup. I was so excited to have that. My first car. I still don't have a car by myself for myself that is my own. There's not all. You know when you know it's your car, it's not your husband's car or your father's car. No, I haven't had that yet. Hopefully soon. First celebrity crush. First celebrity crush. Celebrity. I don't know. Yes. Maybe Morris Chestnut, I think. I think it's Morris Chestnut. Or is it Omarion? One of the, you know that year B2K. Ah, it has to be the B2K boys. B2K, I think I loved Omarion. Like I loved that guy's celebrity. My first cooking experience. My first cooking experience was beans. I made beans. I used to be one of the laziest, sisters. I never really wanted to cook, clean, any of those, but eventually I started getting to, I want to learn how to cook, I want to do this, and it was beans. And my sister Gazie even still is one of the best cooks I know. She left, I think she left me instructions or something. Well, I just assumed I'd watched them cook beans, so I knew it was, cook until it's soft, then you now start spicing it. So beans was my first crush. My first crush. Ah, God. That crush almost killed me. You know how you be crushing on somebody and in your dream you're seeing the person. When the person appears, you're still crushing. Huh? Lord. Lordy Lord. In fact, I finally, um, had a little fling with that crush um, at some point in my life. But my first crush was some guy like that. Because of a lot of people watching this, we're not going to name who that person is. But I was in secondary school when I had my first major crush. And I was like, I couldn't understand the feeling where you're just looking at this person and you're like, this person has to be the person, the man of my dreams. Without this person, I cannot live. Oh my God! First ever boyfriend. That situation. That's another story for another day. My first boyfriend. I think I've only dated very few people in my life. My first boyfriend, we dated for 5 years. I think 5 or 6 years. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, the first boyfriend I had, my first ever boyfriend. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to name his name, but yeah. My first ever cell phone. My first cell phone was that Nokia phone that I used to say the time is 1:35 a.m. The time is, and I inherited it from my sister, Izine, my first sister. That was her phone, and then I think my parents got her another phone, and then I inherited it. My first fear. My first fear. I'm not sure I can remember. Oh, I remember. This, I don't know why this still keeps coming. When I was molested, um, it was our house girl, that one Calabar girl. Like, I used to legit be scared to be left alone with her, and I was left alone with her a lot. So that was the first time. I'm not sure I even knew that was fear. It's until I grew up that I realized that feeling then was fear. Like, just dreading the moment where it was going to happen to me. That was it. My first job. First job. I worked in a salon once. That was in uni when we went on this 6 month strike. It was a 6 month strike, and after the strike, or during the strike, it was indefinite strike. So I was like, man, I have to make money. I wanted to buy like camera phone. I think I wanted to buy BlackBerry, and I didn't want to bother my parents. So um, because I'm like, guys, I'm talented with my hands. I can braid hair. I can do a lot of things with my hands. Um, so one of the times I went to do my hair, um, I think they needed someone to. The girl needed someone to braid one of her clients, and I was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll do it." And I braided it, and then from there we started talking. Oh, do you want? I was like, "Okay, fine. We're going to, we struck a deal, and I worked there throughout that strike period. Even my friends could not believe it when I was working in that salon, but I enjoyed the experience. I was making money. I saved money. Eventually bought the phone I wanted. So first pets. My first pets, the name of our dog was Dolly. I really, really loved that dog. Like, Dolly was such an amazing dog. When I get a dog, I'm going to name my first dog, Dolly. My first thought today, my first thought today was, I have to film this YouTube video. I have to film today. I have to get up and film. That's what I thought about. First YouTube video, that one I can actually remember. I was in the UK, and I was just talking about Sacha Cosmetics powder palette or foundation palettes I bought, and I was like, oh, I liked it. It was amazing. I was really fascinated. I was happy I got it, because I was like, when I get back to Nigeria, I don't need to bother about foundation for different people. I have a palette, and I'm going to work with it. So it was exciting for me. The first person I talked to today was Sinobi. I woke up, and Sinobi was awake. I was like, oh, Sinobi, you're awake. Oh, good morning, baby. My first heartbreak. My first boyfriend is my first love, and my first heartbreak. A lot of firsts with him, huh? First time you ever got drunk. No, that would be in the UK, Swansea. My friend and I went to see, I think we went to visit her boyfriend then. And I mean, I've gotten tipsy here and there, were drunk, where I was just talking a lot. Was in the UK, and my friend went to visit her boyfriend, and I was still in my heartbreak zone. My relationship had just ended, and I was just there was a drink. I think it was Hennessy, and I was just drinking and drinking. I drank a lot that day, and I remember, all I remember is waking up in my house on the bathroom floor. That's all I remember. My tummy was so sick. I was throwing up. That was the first and last time I ever got drunk. But I was in a very bad place, and I was presented the drink. I went wild with it. This time I got in a fist fight. Hey God, this time I fought. Please never fight. God, fighting is such a. It's painful. When you finish fighting, all your body will be paining you. And since after that fight, I've never ever tried it. Never. I'm not even gonna think about doing it. I was in secondary school. I can't remember my class. I was going to me and my mom. I did not know that this girl had power. Her name is Linda. I don't know how we just got into the fight. Man, this girl beat my ass. She beat me. She beat me. My whole body was paining me. In fact, I was when you're fighting, you're begging, God, somebody should separate us. God, somebody should separate us. Until the end, they separated us. And, oh God, thank you, Jesus. So when you're in the heat of the moment, you don't even know how to separate yourself from the fight. I mean, maybe I should have left her and started running. For me, I can beat. That's the end of all my first. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed answering these questions. Fun one to do, fun video. Please, if you liked this video, click on that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. But that's the end of this video. Until the next video, eh, eh, till the next one, eh, till the next one, eh, 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 eh. Bye.